All right, let's get to this top 10 list. Going to start with number 10, and it's going to the only Western player in the top 10, which is Bjergsen from Team SoloMid, the mid laner, of course. And for the longest time, since he joined TSM back in 2013, he's slowly worked his way up to being what we can now say pretty convincingly as the best Western player there is at this moment.
Yeah, and I think he's had that title or been fighting for that title with another one or two guys for, the past 3 years or so. He really just burst onto the scene, and I mean, he's so consistent, especially in big games for TSM, whether it's in playoff runs for TSM in the NALCS semifinals, finals. He was great this split as per usual. MVP of the regular season, and I mean, he basically kept up that stellar play in the playoffs, and I think he's shown this split and TSM as a whole that they're not as reliant on him hard carrying a lot of these games. They give some more resources to guys like Hanser, and obviously to Doublelift, that's a guy who kind of commands more resources than most AD carries, so I think that's kind of forced them into a different play style, and I think Bjergsen has really shown that he can play the Galio, even though everyone hated seeing him on that. He's shown that he can play those engaged, more supportive type mid laners, and obviously on a Syndra, he's still pretty good.
Even against a guy in Crown's caliber, he was able to 1v1 him last year at Worlds. But, I mean, you look at Worlds 2016, and Bjergsen, he wasn't really aggressive when it came to his 1v1 laning phase. He would usually sit back and farm while the other guy also farms, but then he wouldn't really do much with the gold he had. And sure, it made him look okay in the mid lane. He didn't have a great tournament overall, but he didn't really turn it over at the top or the bot lane in that tournament. So it's something that he's been working on, and now when you have guys like Hanser and Doublelift who can also carry, Bjergsen doesn't have to do it all by himself. So I just want to see him try to be more aggressive in that lane, get those advantages, and then push it over into the bot lane as well. So it's for Bjergsen, he's never going to lose you a game. That's what you know about Bjergsen. But can he win against, by himself, these higher caliber teams like Misfits, like the Flash Wolves, and if they move on, teams like Samsung and those Korean teams?
Yeah, and I think through his play and just you've seen his leadership and his communication with this team, he's so important to the overall atmosphere of TSM, because I'm sure they're going to drop a game in the group stage. They're probably not going to go 6-0, and I think he's the guy that the teammates will be looking for just to see how he deals with it. So he's fantastic and has been for many years.